As we move into 2024, our team will continue to work with our partners and neighbors to build on our collective successes. Our momentum to help build climate change resilience and hold government and industry accountable is more important than ever because the status quo is not working for our kids or our grandkids. Our whole team remains committed to defending the future of wild salmon. The challenges they face aren't going anywhere, but we've seen great things happen when our communities work together. We're hopeful. Resilience is possible because of supporters like you. My name's Julia Hill-Saroshin, and I'm the Assistant Director for SkeenaWild Conservation Trust.
This year we've been working hard to push for improved assessment and management of Skeena steelhead, and it's been great to see some movement on the issue, given another year of low returns from both government and the wider fishing community. Hi, I'm Caitlin Yaley, and I'm a fisheries biologist with SkeenaWild Conservation Trust.
One of the highlights from our science work this past year relates to our research on sockeye salmon. We're learning that climate change not only can bring challenges for salmon, but also opportunities. That some cold, glacier-driven rivers are beginning to host fish that hadn't previously, and that diversity creates a spectrum of opportunities for these fish to adapt to future change. I'm Michael Price, SkeenaWild's Director of Science.
This year, SkeenaWild had some amazing successes working on mining issues with First Nations in the Skeena watershed. The biggest win was in our work supporting Gitxaala Nation's landmark Supreme Court case against the free entry claim staking system. Because of this case, BC's Mineral Tenure Act will be reformed over the coming year, and mineral claims will no longer be granted automatically without consideration of other values on the land. Hi, I'm Adrienne Birchtold, and I'm an ecologist and mining impacts researcher for SkeenaWild.
I grew up in the Northwest, love this place, and I'm proud of the work that SkeenaWild does to engage and educate communities to help Skeena salmon thrive. Hi, I'm Nita Back, Administrator at SkeenaWild.
I'm very proud of working with other organizations and individuals on the Peace and Unity Summit, and I'm very proud of SkeenaWild and the staff for working with Indigenous leaders on land use plans. My name is Kirby Muldo. My ancestral name is Hapwalaksa. I come from Wilpswiget of the Gitxsan people. I'm also from the Tsimshian people. I am the Indigenous Engagement Lead for SkeenaWild Conservation Trust.
The work I'm most proud of as I reflect on 2023 is the completion of the Upper Nass Land Use Plan with the Gitxsan Simgiget of the Upper Nass watershed. It has been a real honor to work on this project with the Upper Nass Simgiget. I'm Sarah Railton. I'm a registered professional forester with NIAD Stewardship Solutions, and I work with SkeenaWild.
Last year, our education program reached over 2,500 participants. We conducted approximately 55 classroom and 20 land-based workshops. We also delivered about 25 community outreach events, including youth summer camps. Hi, my name is Marie, Education Programs Manager at SkeenaWild Conservation Trust.
Through collaboration with our dedicated partners, we help reduce the impacts of fisheries. We expanded our support for Indigenous-led land use planning initiatives and habitat protection efforts. Looking ahead to the coming year, we will concentrate on addressing the pressing issue of Alaskan interception, which is now the largest harvest impact on wild Skeena sockeye and steelhead. Our work to protect critical habitats in the Skeena estuary, an area upon which all Skeena salmon and steelhead depend, will intensify. Your continued support is the backbone of our efforts. Our achievements are your achievements. It is your passion for this place and your deep love for these magnificent fish that drives our work forward. Together, we will ensure that salmon continue to enrich our communities and secure a healthy future for all the creatures that call the Skeena home. I'm Greg Knox, the Executive Director of SkeenaWild.
You know, we have this historical amnesia. In the early days of fishing, commercial fishing in general on the Pacific coast was done by oar and sail vessels. You had individuals that had to row, they had to haul the net in by hand. Slowly over time, everything's becoming more efficient. You put engines on boats and drums to bring in the net. As the fishery continued to increase in the 1950s and 60s, especially the 70s, we matched that fishing effort with the information that we gathered. So we were monitoring more populations than ever before. Yet, since the 1980s, that monitoring for salmon, not only in the Skeena and across all species, but throughout British Columbia, has absolutely collapsed. It's at its lowest level ever. Historically, these individual populations, as long as you had a diversity of populations, multiple populations, they would overall contribute about the same in terms of that abundance. They're still producing 1 or 2 million overall, but some populations may be doing the heavy lifting. As we modify salmon habitats, we lose the ability of salmon to thrive.
We are at the location of the Babine River fish counting fence. We count each fish that comes through the fence. There's not enough funding to do the monitoring that we would really like to do. You're sort of up against a rock and a hard place. You have to pick, well, what's going to give us the best bang for our buck? Our counting data is constantly being compared to the Tyee test fishery, so we can ensure there are adequate number of spawners reaching their spawning grounds. And of course that ensures more fish for our First Nations harvest, as well as for commercial fisheries and recreational fisheries. The Babine sockeye make up around 90% of the entire Skeena sockeye run. It's a very important component of the overall Skeena sockeye resource. We basically have 2 enhanced stocks that come from 2 spawning channels. One is the Pinkett spawning channel, and the other one is the Fulton spawning channel. And then we have what we call wild stock that are not enhanced in any way. They will spawn some in the main stem Babine. Many of them will spawn in tributaries to Babine Lake. And it is the wild stocks that we're very concerned about at this point in time because they are decreasing in numbers fairly rapidly.
What we're seeing in the Skeena is a reliance on a single population, and one that is largely, human modified, reliant on technology in a sense to maintain those numbers. Overall, we need all of the populations, especially in this uncertain future of climate change and a warming climate. We do need to focus on the things that we can control, and those are maintaining diverse populations and species, maintaining diverse and intact habitats, lowering overall exploitation. It's the most cost-effective way to maintain thriving populations is just to limit industrial development in those critical, in that critical salmon habitat. Since 2005, we've seen our level of effort in understanding the health of these populations diminish, largely because of lack of resources. The federal government is not providing those resources, but I think it's just the lack of importance for government in general. The hope is if we can maintain our connectedness with salmon, the value that they bring to our lives and the ecosystem around us, that we as humans will more strongly act to help these populations rebuild. And I think if we give them a chance, they will rebuild.
here to terrace.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah. That's the go off.
Right on.
See how it's going.
I paddle my canoe through the water. I paddle for the life I choose. I paddle for my sons and my daughters. I paddle my canoe to you. There are bones washing up on the shoreline from the mother of a dying clue. She's been crying since the 1950s. I paddle my canoe to you. Oh yeah, I hear the faraway drums. Oh yeah, they make me want to go on. Oh yeah. And near the river, the old lady hums. Paddle on. I am pulling through the waves in the canyon. I am steady as the water grows. All the blood coming down from the mountains, giving life to the chain below. I was born from a tree and a salmon. Now a woman with the strength of two. There are rogues sucking life from my garden. I paddle my canoe to you. Oh yeah, I hear the faraway drums. Oh yeah, they make me want to go on. Oh yeah, and near the river the old lady hums. Paddle on.
What are we going to do about it? Are we going to let them go ahead and destroy what the Creator has created for us? I felt so much power when I was on top of that mountain. It came right through me that I would have to stop, close my eyes, and say a prayer right around in a circle. And I felt the power and the love of the Creator up there.
I paddle my canoe through the water. I paddle for the strong and true. I paddle for the lost and forgotten. I paddle my canoe to you. Oh yeah, I hear the faraway drums. Oh yeah, they make me want to go on. Oh yeah.
Crack of dawn, climbed to the peak. Smelled like coffee when it took a leak. Ski some runs, gonna ski 'em fast. Stop for a while to smoke some grass. Riding in the mountains sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Jacked up so don't release. Never like to lose my skis. Happened before but never again. Might just lose a leg instead. Riding in the mountains sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Riding in the mountains mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Pants I ski in jeans. My other pants they blew a seam. Got rain pants for when it rains, but only when I ski I change. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Depth or buried deep, felt a pop beneath my ski. Avalanche damn near buried me. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be. Riding in the mountain sets me free. In the end, that's where I'll be.
You and I, we're going on an adventure together. We're about to create memories, no matter the weather. In the city we bustle below umbrellas of all colors and kinds. Here we wander below the canopy of firs, cedars, and pines. When the world feels busy and a little hard to understand, We sit quietly together in places where water meets the land. You have the first aid kit, and I have the snacks. It's as if we have teamwork bundled up on our backs. Thank you for finding magic in the outdoors with me. You're a one-of-a-kind, extra special adventure buddy.
Before the rays of dawn have come, the path beneath my feet creates an earthly hum. Woods are towering, the trails are mud, yet every step revives my blood. The air is crisp, the light is gold, each stride a story waiting to be told. There is no way we could get lost, as the trails do not fall at any cost. Rocks and roots, they challenge me, but with each climb I feel more free. I find the strength in me it hides. In this wild embrace my spirit will not subside. The sun spills warmth on my weathered skin, it calls to my body deep within. The thoughts unspool like ribbons in the breeze, and in this flow my soul finds ease. The fragrance of soil, the rustle of leaves, each timeless moment a gift my spirit receives. With every ascent my burdens release. In the dance of the trail I discover peace. So I run through the wild where the heart can mend. In the arms of the forest I find my friend. For in this communion of earth and sky I heal and I rise as the world rushes me by.
You okay?
Oh shit. Dude.
Can we talk about
Someday I wanna lay down like God did.
Back up. Come on, now we're getting
Someday, I remember through Sunday, that way, that day. Someday, I wanna sacrifice. Someday, I wanna hit the red dot and never fly. Someday,
Go, Damien, coming in again.
Trying to make you love me, but everything I try just takes you further.
I saw you in my dream. My comrade singing something sweet. I saw you when I woke in emptiness. Mamãe cinza de saudade. You won't be home for a long time. You won't be home for a long time. Are you veiled in wind or a foreign sound? Have you gone too far to turn around? Colors of my heart, of weather-beaten wood, sunsets in the city. Você está velando no vento. That restless winter red shoe red, ringing on out when I close my eyes. Something sweet on the wind, just a little sign that you're alright, that fate's been kind. That restless winter red shoe red, hanging on out when I close my eyes. Something sweet on the wind, just a little sign that you're alright, that fate
Terrace, BC was founded in 1927 by a man that went by the name George Little. One of the main attractions of Terrace were mountains and the beautiful view. But of course, there was the Skeena. The Skeena River is 570 kilometers long and is known for its amazing salmon. But with every great thing, there comes a catch. And with the Skeena, the real danger is the sharks.
So there I was, just minding my own business, when a shark comes and bits off me arm. Me flipping arm. How am I supposed to eat Cheerios?
With your other arm?
I could have killed myself, but I only have one arm.
As you can see, shark attacks are very serious and nothing to joke about. In fact, the next time you feel like joking about shark attacks, think about poor little Timmy.
And poor little Timmy was just minding his own business when a shark came and bit his head off. I'm blinded by emotions. I'm so sad. It was my only son's funeral. Timmy, they misspelled loving. 5 years. 5 years of time. By that time, I could have made something, and it would have been very advanced. Oh, Timmy! Timmy!
Nobody even came to his funeral.
I came.
Who the heck even are you?
I'm here for the rice cakes.
You didn't even know Timmy.
I played one thumb war with him.
The government has tried to hire many people to kill off sharks entirely, such as Devin, a 19-year-old who gets bored easily.
Wherever you are. Oh my God, it's a shark! What the? Oh, it's getting my arm! Oh, so painful! Oh my God, my arm is completely missing. I'm out of ammo. Go! It's getting my other arm. I'm armless. Oh, my leg. It's getting my leg. My leg. Oh my God.
And yet again, another time.
Just another day at the office, waiting for some sharks.
Shark attack! Bang! Bang! Bang!
Most potato farmers are scared of sharks, but not me. My great-grandpa was a shark killer. My grandpa was a shark killer. My father was a shark killer. Heck, my second cousin's lesser removed, Jeremy, is a shark killer. My son, on the other hand, he's a doctor, aka a failure.
Anyways, as you can see, Terrace, BC is a great place to come and visit with your family. And keep in mind, shark attacks in Terrace are very rare.
I'm Aubrey, and I'm going to rank the top 5 parks in Terrace, BC. With my helper, Abby, we're going to show you all the best things in the parks. Let's go! Dad, look how high I can go! Hello, Abby, are you there? Yeah. Are you at the top? Almost halfway. This park is awesome. Abby, are you ready for the next one? Yeah. Abby, which park are we at now? George Little. Yeah, you ready to have some fun? Yeah. Then let's go! Now get out of the way. If we're having fun, then we're gonna play. Okay, Abby, ready to go to the next park? Let's get out of here and go to the next park. Abby, what park are we at now? Almost house. All right, ready to have some more fun? Yeah. Then let's go play. This park is amazing. Now, we're going to the top slide. This one's high, very high. Go down, curvy. This is the best part in the park. Let's spin. Abby, is this a good park? Are you ready for the next one? Yep. Here we are, Veritas School Park. It's fast, it's spinny, it's fun. Let's go try the zip line. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! I love going on the zip line. We got one more park. Here we are at my school park. Let's go! Let's go home. Hi, thank you for watching my video. I bet you are wondering which park is the best. But the truth is, they're all amazing in their own way. They each have a part that makes it special, like the zip line at Veritas, the merry-go-round at Centennial, the tall tree at the Green Park, and all of the other funs. So for the city of Terrace, next time you want to build the best park, just ask me. I also wanted to give honorable mention to the Agar Street Park with this long slide.
Once upon a time, there was a sockeye salmon named Sammy who was returning home to spawn.
Sammy's not here!
Hey Sammy, you're turning red. You should go back home.
Thank you. I almost forgot. I will make my way there now. Oh, I forgot which way is home. Can you help me?
Well, you're a sockeye, am I correct?
Yeah.
Well,
I know where the sockeyes go. They go upstream in this direction. Better get going.
Thank you, Raven.
It's nothing.
The Raven is a trickster who is trying to trick the campers who are looking for Sammy.
Hello, Frog.
Have you seen Sammy?
Well, I've been around these parts quite some time now. I've been alive for a long time. I've seen many salmon, but if it's the salmon named Sammy you're talking about...
Yeah, sockeye.
Well, he went downstream that way. Better go check.
Oh, really? Thank you for your help.
Next, we went to the North Pacific Cannery. Hopefully Sammy didn't get canned.
So we count all the salmon coming back to this river, and it gives us an index of the health of the salmon coming back to the system. So we count all 5 species, and then we know that enough fish are making it back to spawn for the future years.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Sammy! You seen Sammy?
He says he saw him a couple days ago.
Sammy returned to Lake Ellis Lake and the campers were delighted.
So the reason why trips like this are important, I feel they're important, it allows them to open their eyes, open their minds, open their hearts to our history, our culture.
Yeah, so coming down here into the Kitloop has been in the planning for maybe 4 or 5 months. And the initial thoughts, the kind of thinking behind it was to connect many of our students to the territory, to the land here in the Kitloop. In the Kitloop area there's a vernacular community village called Miskuza. There's a totem pole there called the Gipskolach pole, which is actually taken by Sweden and repatriated. So I think it's immensely powerful for many of our Heisel students and also our non-indigenous students, just to spend time in that area and that land and experience that connection. And then alongside Norm and Han, we can actually get on the paddle boards and have that more intimate relationship, more personal relationship with the water and the land. So.
I see through kaleidoscopes. I've been in survival mode. Had to take the long way. Ain't no telling when I get home. Come and visit my world. Yeah. Come and visit my world. Yeah. Yeah. Just a kid from the res, what's happening? You should see all the dreams that I'm having. Ain't counting up sheep, I'm counting up salmon. Every dark night, no Batman. See the highway, your tears that I'm passing. Tell me, is there anything different? You know how many here gone missing? And how come ain't nobody here listen? Damn, sweet grass on my dash. Still done the rap, but my tank been low. You ain't really been where I've been, bro. Cause your people aren't disposable. Damn, I come from a place where the curtains are blankets and nobody makes it, I know. Got a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope and stress, so I guess I'll
Big thing for me for the students to get out of this is to head down into the Kitloop, to Miskuza, somewhere maybe where most folks had not been, and then just from the book by Wahed, Cecil Paul, Magic Canoe, we're just going to read parts of that, using Cecil Paul's words, Wahed's words, just to understand the power and the story and the history of that area. I think some of the nervousness is maybe we are quite a ways down the channel. The Kitloop is 3 hours from Kitimat. And to paddleboard, to potentially fall in, hopefully not. You know, the water's still pretty cold. But that's why the vessel gear is always very, very close nearby and it's fully heated. And so even though there might be some nervousness, you know, most facts have been taken care of. So yeah. And again, thanks to community partners for making those pieces happen.
Make sure you follow through, yeah. We them to the doors. Let me talk my shit, PU, but I refuse to lose. Yeah, that's just my point of view. Yeah, my face been in the dirt. I got written off at birth. Yo, my mama gave me a chance. She said we gon' make this work. Hey, these growth spurts could be the worst. Goddamn, sometimes life hurts. The truth hurts when unearthed. It could shake up your whole universe. Like damn, I just gotta burst the energy. Accidentally said some real shit. Ain't no crime of the century. Got a tendency to cry a bit. That crying shit ain't meant for me. I'll man up eventually. For now, be us meant to be. When I think of my identity, I get my second wind. And when I'm thinking generally, I'm thinking about my kin. And I don't pretend to be someone friendly, don't offend me. I'm a savage when it comes to it. I'm thankful, credits.
I see through kaleidoscopes. I've been in survival mode. Had to take the long way. Ain't no telling when I get home. Come and visit my world. Yeah. Come and visit my world. Yeah. Tying up up, little soldier. It's a world outside, then he conquered. I'm like average height. I stand on the money, I stand on my ethic. I'm monster, didn't no sponsor. Tryna cut back on my nonsense. Shorty want back on my roster. Got syndromes, never imposter. Know what it cost them, put my life down. Married to the gang, no white gown. Been fucked right around 10 side. She a art piece, leave through the gift shop. In the bank, see you might have just missed us. See you pay for attachment of this song. Big fish cross pond, get your shifts up. I share my bowl with sick pups. Don't care who know. Fair with it, everywhere I'm tinted. Boulevard to the Paris, tripping in the parent vision. I won't sway. Ain't much shit that I won't say. Do-re, me gon' sing my praise until I'm gone. I see everything in color form, no telling what I'm on. I see through kaleidoscopes. I've been in survival mode. Had to take the long way. Ain't no telling when I get home. Come and visit my world. Yeah. Come and visit my world. Yeah. I see through kaleidoscopes. I've been in survival mode. Had to take the long way. Ain't no telling when I get home. Come and visit my world. Yo, come and visit. Come and visit my world. So you can see.
That's where normally they have been seen, apparently. Like, even by one of my sisters. Like, my twin sister, Alicia. When she was way younger, like about 5 or 6, I guess, she woke up in the Monkey Beach cabin, which is like a raised cabin. So it's pretty high up in the air. And she woke up and said that she just saw a big face looking at her through the window. And then she woke up my dad, and then it was gone. But, so my dad, a couple days later or whatever, when they leave Monkey Beach, he goes over to one of his buddies back in the village and, like, tells him about what Alicia saw. And he said that he was also sleeping on the top bunk that was facing the window that Alicia was sleeping, and he saw the exact same thing in the middle of the night. Like, he said he saw a big, like, hairy face just looking at him through the the window, which is actually crazy. Like, when my dad told me that story, that was when I started sleeping in the boat at Monkey Beach.
We're looking behind you for Bigfoot?
Yeah, I guess so.
I think the main goal for my trips are, trying to connect people to wild places like we have here in Gardner Canal and into the Kitlope. And it's been a great job for me. I love being on the coast. I love spending time in these places, and they're so good for the soul. And pretty excited, the last couple days to be here with the kids from Kitimat and taking them into to the Kitlope.
Wanna blast the horn for them?
When we get to the Kitlope, I'm gonna ask you to wash your eyes. Our story says that though you may have 20/20 vision or glasses that improve your vision, we are still blind to a lot of things. We are blind to Mother Earth. When you bathe your eyes in the artery of Mother Earth that is so pure, it will improve your vision to see things. I will also ask you to wash your ears so you can hear what goes on around you. So I can hear you talk, I can hear the wind, and you can hear the birds and the animals. If you have the patience to listen, to hear the songs of the birds early in the morning, all these things will open up to you. We are so busy, we don't have time for all these beautiful things. If you have the willingness and courage to do that, you will see these little things that you've never seen before. You will take a better look at your children, your grandchildren, and your best friend, and you'll say, oh, I've never seen that before. To take that vision back, and when you get that back, you will be more kind to whoever comes in your path on this journey. There are many legends that we talk about to our children, and above all, the people around the universe that come with their love and compassion to save something that is known around the world, the largest unlogged temperate rainforest.
In our language, they call it a'aluchten. A'aluchten, that thing should never be taken out. If it falls, you don't lift it. You let it go back to Mother Earth.
We've been down many paths in our history. Some of them good, some of them not too good. And I've always maintained that our mission must be to create better stories together. To create stories that we can be proud of to tell our children.
Our people traditionally never touched a pole when it fell down. If it fell down, you leave it there because it has finished its job. This one here, we have to wake it up so it can start its job because it's going to take the place of that old one up there. Let it rest beside the old one first. Let it receive the power of the old one. Let it receive the eyes of the old one. Let it receive the ears of the old one. Let it receive the heart of the old one before we take the old one back. And when that old one comes back to our people, I hope that that brings back the pride to our younger generation so that they too will learn their own history. And I pray that that history will come back when that old pole goes back to our home territory because it's completed its job.
Wind pushes back against me, a chill seeps deep into my bones. Thinking about an old friend I lost, who I wish I could phone. Never felt so cold and alone as I do today. Just want to close my eyes and float away. There's nothing I would trade for this long hot life.
The trip was very important because it made me feel really connected to my culture and who I am. I felt honored to be able to be given the opportunity to go to the Hainaxiala people's territory to see the Gipskol Pole and to be able to stay there for a few days. So when I went there, it was very powerful and it was really emotional. It makes me very happy to know that I'm a part of this because it is such a big step for our people and for our culture. So to, you know, to be able to experience something that was, I guess, taken and something we weren't allowed to do, and then to be able to be given a free opportunity to go experience that, it's very powerful. So, and to have people be able to document it, like I know like in the future I can have my kids be able to watch back and know that it happened. So
is amazing to see. It's starting to change in my daughter's generation. It's starting to change in generations below me. That, you know, they have the motivation, they have the strength to want to learn our language and to learn our culture. And that is what my grandmother taught me. Be proud of where you come from and never forget that this is home.
I remember my little granny telling me of a totem pole that was stolen. We would gather in our little grandmother's house, and very faintly I would remember her stories about the totem pole and how it was taken against our people's will. That was when the journey of the pole began. They weren't only going to destroy the kitlope, they have already wounded it by taking the grave marker of a big hereditary chief from the kitlope. And we don't know where it is. From my little granny, she said look for it. I was 10 years old when she told me that. Before the boat came in and they took me away, and I ended up in Alberni. That was my parting thing with my little granny. Look for the totem. And it took me, I don't know how many years to find it. And it was in Sweden.
It's very heartwarming for me to see the kids embracing culture and our history. It gives me hope that we're going to be okay.
How you doing? Tired. Okay, we'll do a relaxing yoga session. Nice. Great.
Can we just do
Great.
savasana
Sleeping.
for now?
Yeah.
The deadpan face lies a heart, lies space, a mind that longs to stimulate, a smile that can not wait. What you see is what you see.
Sunday Funday.
What do we got here?
Banana bread.
Banana bread.
Gotta fuel up.
Oh. Some really mellow stuff.
That was awesome. Oh yeah.
shot.
Nice.
How was it? You guys look muddy.
Well, I got gravel in my pants now.
She came and went so fast, I never caught her name. She blew me away like a hurricane. Rude like a stone in the middle of the night. Thunderstruck, she got up and turned on all the lights. Now I'm drifting lonely like a ship's out to sea. Drag me down to the depths of dark obscurity. Walk me off the plank and down, go through David Jones.
Coffee. Always coffee.
Other bags of always. Now that I have it, I want it gone. But I found out it's been with me all along. Tie that anchor to my heart and throw it overboard. Used to last though I played on a shining soul. I lost my mind, I needle in a haystack. Coasted like a nickel, I'll never want it back. Take 160 up there and throw my body in. Now I swore over coast.
Mountaintop fondue.
to the river, drawn to the well. Drawn to the river, drawn to the well. Drawn to the river, drawn to the well. Flowing like a black silk gown, dark as the night. Flickering diamonds, stolen light. Lovers dance cheek to cheek, caught for a spell. By the flow of the river, by the depth of the well. Take me to the shore, wash my skin, wash away the darkness, let me in. Take away my thirst, no drink can quell.
Holy!
Drawn to the river, drawn to the well. Drawn to the river, drawn to the well. She's the ghost that haunts the corner of my eye.
Okay, you ready? Yeah!
Echoes and shadows, whispers and tricks of the light. In the foggy bottom of my soul, where hope did dwell. The bucket's cracked, where the seams once swelled. The path is marked, true and clear. Red-tipped devils, clubs and spears, dipped in blood so to dispel. Drawn to the river, drawn to the well. Drawn to the river.
Gonna feel that one tomorrow.
How you walking there, Julian?
A lot of times I see sort of in the media and in documentation, they sort of document these places as being abandoned, sort of ghost towns.
I think there was a time when our people were down and sad and really being suppressed, but I'm just so grateful for what they passed down to us and how they were so strong and resilient, and now we're here and we get to take care of this place that they left for us, and it's really special.
It is special. I think that we're, as a collective Haida Nation, I think that we're in our healing era right now.
Yeah.
And not to be looking at places like SkeenaWild as a ghost town, but you know, as somewhere that's vibrant and alive still.
Yo ho hey, yo ho hey, yo hey, hey hi oh ho hey, how ya hey hi oh ho hey, how ha how yo ho hey, yo ho hey, yo hey.
The reason why I got into this was my mom used to do it, and my auntie Goldie used to do it a lot, and it was probably one of the things my family wanted me to do, to take over the family history of Watchmen. I want to get some of the more younger guys to stay and learn all this new knowledge and know what it's like to be a watchman and how it is out here to show that I'm still here. So here, the thunderbird. You can tell by his big wings, his claws would sit here, another big wing. Whenever he moves his giant wings, you hear the thunder. Whenever he cries out, it's lightning.
Seeing these places for Haida youth, I think that is very important for them. I think it brings them closer to their Haida history.
It starts to train them to be our future leaders and protectors of this land that our people have always been. And so I feel like it's really important to have them here on the project.
When I see these cultural artifacts or tools that people had used, it feels really cool to unearth it and to be able to touch it again after many years.
To be able to provide this opportunity for our youth to be down in SkeenaWild, to uncover history, reconnect with our history, build their skills in this profession. It's just so important and it feels good.
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you. No worries.
I think there's nothing better than getting out on the land and reconnecting to this place. It's nice for all of us to learn from our ancestors.
Can you imagine if we find some more pieces?
SkeenaWild is part of a broad landscape of Haida places, but only some of these have been recorded archaeologically. In southern Guayhanas, we have Kilgiguay, firmly dating to 10,700 years ago, and there are indications of similar belongings at SkeenaWild. Through this project, we're beginning to connect this sequence to the present, with newly identified sites spanning 7,500 years ago right up to the 19th century village.
So it is difficult to think about time and human history in these massive scales. What is 1,000 years in terms of human lifetimes on a site or generations on a site? It really kind of solidifies what that means and how long this place has been inhabited and taken care of.
We're looking at things like stone flakes, which are called lithics, which date back to 7,500 years ago.
These sites represent incredibly long occupations, but they also reveal brief moments in the lives of families, a single meal from 5 millennia ago, or an individual's cherished labret from the people who wish to be their house.
Our museum takes care of what has been archaeologically recovered through this project. So we work with Guayhanas to provide housing for everything that they have found. But for decades, we didn't have control of what academic came up here to conduct digs and then just remove these archaeologically covered materials, and they would get stored in archaeological repositories around the world. And now all archaeologically recovered materials that originate from Haida Gwaii are stored here. We have our self-determination. We are the caretakers. We have that responsibility, and that feels pretty darn good.
It looks like Ian found this bone artifact. What I'm thinking it is a labret, potentially, which would be worn by a woman of very high status. a woman held in high esteem.
A stika is an ornament that was put in below your bottom lip. When you're born, it's pretty well known if you're going to be a Kuljat or not. So they start very young with like little ones as you're growing. And put a little bigger one, a little bigger one.
A stika communicates a higher rank of, or a higher responsibility. When we say rank and status, how you gain it is not a powerful like this, it's through serving your community.
It takes a long time to get to that. So she must have been quite the matriarch. Boss lady is the real term. Ul is boss and Jat is lady or woman.
Holy, that's huge.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting it to be this big. Holy, that is crazy.
Can't help it.
Trying to
Move
eat
my
your
lip
soup.
to. Wow, that's cool. We've seen everything from tears of excitement, tears of sadness, tears of thinking about what it was like for our people during that time when they would have had to evacuate Skangwai and move up north due to the smallpox epidemic. But also there was feelings of pride to be Haida, pride that we come from a strong nation.
When I first saw that particular one, that is the hugest one I've ever seen, and I thought, this woman must have been so powerful to have to be able to wear that.
Oh my God, this is huge. I can't believe you guys found this.
I mean, you think about how long it would have taken to get to that size. You would start out with a small libret, and then over time, as it stretched, I think it gets bigger and bigger.
And so if you can uphold Yakudang respect and your responsibility and get to live into old age, you would have a really big libret. And I've seen masks like that out in the world with really big carved libret.
I just think it's so fitting that we found that, considering all the women that are working on this project. It's so cool. Yeah, to me, it's a real sign that what we're doing is right.
This project, you know, is being led by strong Haida women in Guayhanas, Nadine and Camille, Mary. And we get to reconnect with a very, very strong, ancestral, powerful Haida woman.
At one look, you know, at a person wearing one, you'd know to behave.
I just think it's such a special find for us. Thinking about our matrilineal society, it really verifies, you know, a woman's stature, her power, her position.
So that lady, where that libret was found, I don't know what happened to her. But I'm so glad to know her, even though I didn't know her as a person, through her stitka, because it communicated so much to me that here's a woman who lived our Haida ways of being that we're upholding today. Her stitka communicated so much about her person and the highest laws of Yakudang.
Uyate, uyate, tolong yata, kadal tiasang. Uyate, uyate, tolong yata, kadal tiasang. Uyate, uyate, dalang yata, kadal kadaldiasang at sino'y lanoko ang kalahit skutsre agadaldi qasidlo kingits nagay agutran aqita kaskitsra dias dalang yata kadaldiasang uyate dalang yata kadaldiasang at sino'y lanoko ang kalahit skutsre agadaldi qasidlo kingits nagay agutran aqita kinskitsra dias dalang yata kadaldiasang uyate. That's the
can be pretty like isolating here. We get some definitely like gloomy weather that comes around, so you're kind of already seeing a bit of a shift. I feel like it's drawing more people in.
I was a little fed up with not having anything here, so we formed a bike club.
Stacy's suggestion was to build a bike park, and got a little bit carried away, but it's what we see is what we got now.
Not a lot of people maybe make the trip out here because it's kind of the end of the road. Maybe there's not as much info on the trails that we got. A lot of people look at the sport maybe and don't really quite understand why it is we do what we do, or spend the money we spend on the bikes. But I promise, once you're on two wheels riding through the forest down trails, it's a pretty amazing feeling.
My name's Sean. I've been in Kitimat my whole entire life of 43 years, and I am a bike shop manager. Digging is almost more fun to me than mountain biking. I love to build stuff for people to ride. I love to watch them ride it. It's just the creating of things and being out here, just being in the woods. So that log ride behind us, my buddy and I, who are always up here, we looked at it for probably 2 years. We scoped it out, we thought about it, and at one point we just decided, you know what, we're gonna slab the top of this log and make a jump off the end of the root ball. And we did. Little did we know, we almost made the log ride as long as the longest slab in the world that's been recorded. So it's 85 feet long.
Me personally, I know when I'm, dealing with stuff in my personal life or stressed out from work or whatever, when I get on my bike, it's like all that stuff goes away. Well, I know I can instantly hop on my bike, ride the trails, and I just am totally carefree, and it instantly puts a smile on my face.
Get all your speed, but then it's like boom, boom.
Why waste your time here? For one, Kitimat's beautiful. I feel like if you're somebody who's really into the outdoors, I'm sure you're always seeking a new adventure, somewhere new to see, new sights, new trails. It's pretty amazing. The old trails, I feel like a method for that, same thing, that can be kind of mazy, trying to navigate through them. So definitely, getting a chance to ride with someone who knows them, it definitely helps. And if somebody messaged on Facebook, I would for sure take them riding. I love taking people riding.
The amount of people that would come out biking, and how many more parents would maybe get into it because their kid wants to go do it. So that's, I think, my biggest surprise would be just the amount of people that came out of almost nowhere.
My name is Jack Oviatt. I've lived in Kitimat for 50 years. I'm the owner-developer of the Oviatt Bike Park. My daughter is the one that's the biker. She's a mountain bike enthusiast, so. Stacy's the influence for the park and the biking. You know, every time she came home, we were building ramps and jumps and skinnies and stuff. One more time. In the backyard, so I just took it on.
My name is Stacy Oviet, and I am a mountain bike coach and guide. I have people in the Sea to Sky who will come up to me and say, do you own a bike park in Kitimat? I'm like, no, it's not me.
She's suggestion was to build a bike park, and got a little bit carried away, but it's what we see is what we got now. The most positive things is that the kids are so good here. The place is spotless clean, and it's always clean. When you came in this afternoon, you saw gentlemen down below sweeping the sidewalks. The kids take care of this place. There's no graffiti, there's no garbage around, and the kids are learning so fast. It's incredible. You'll see them, you'll watch them 1 week, and then a week later you'll just see them improve tremendously. So they're having a great time here.
I'd kind of gone up to some of the earlier trails and ridden down them, and I raked them a couple times, but I never saw a single person out there. So once this was built, that's the first time I noticed any sort of passion for cycling around here.
At the pump track, the impact it's going to have on the culture of biking is going to be huge. It has been already. It's gone probably 200-fold over what it used to be. I see kids there all the time, and those kids being able to ride on a pump track of that quality are going to be the ones that you see in magazines later on in life if they keep up with biking. Probably in 2017, I was a little fed up with not having anything here, so we formed a bike club.
Under MECA, Mount Elizabeth Cycling Association.
I mean, like, some of the trails in Terrace are my favorite in the province. I'm really not just saying that. We have the same similar terrain. We've got great dirt, there's a lot of rock, there's potential to build some really nice trails around here, but we need money.
So yeah, my name is Phil Germuth, Mayor for the District of Kitimat. There was no convincing, I mean, council could see the vision that they had, could see the dedication and the organization of the MECA group, so really it was not a tough decision to give our full support behind them and really want to see this take off. So council at that time committed over a number of years the $750,000.
For them to decide to spend that money it's an awesome opportunity for not just the mountain biking community, but the whole community.
A gentleman from Smithers who had never been to Kitimat before, but came here strictly for the mountain bike stuff, and that's how we got to know Kitimat. So this is easily bringing in people from other communities too, and that's great to see.
What I like about the trails here is that it's almost like just the right amount of challenge, but also super fun. My name is Angelina McHewitt. I am a therapist and just moved to Kitimat, and I'm so excited that they're literally like in my backyard.
Basically, you just need to get people out to see what it's like. My father-in-law is here now, never been on a mountain bike before ever in his life. And we took him down 2 laps of the trail today, and he was smiling ear to ear, and now he's like, I gotta pick up a bike.
Just like the other day, me and a friend, we did 2 laps of the new trails. At the end of it, we finished off at the brewery for a pint on the patio. Oh, they have this pesto chicken sandwich right now at the brewery. It's so good. That's my go-to right now, for sure.
For me in general, I think we would need harder trails.
Think honestly, and this will take time, there needs to be a little bit more variety of trails.
We have the easy ones now. My best way to put it to people would be that, so I think you should do it. You have the easy trails first, it gets people into it, and then you hammer down on some of the harder trails.
I think there's so much terrain that I look around here that I think could be made into awesome trails, sort of like what Terrace has got going on.
And there's allowance for more trails in Kitimat, so as the years go by, Mecca will just keep adding to the trails in Kitimat, and hopefully we can make Kitimat a destination.
Just us, it wouldn't be there. It was the Mecca group coming to us first. It was the generosity of Jack Oviatt in building the bike park, right? So it takes everything to make this work. And so what we can do better is, well, more people are getting into it, and clearly, and more people from other communities are hearing about this. So the word is getting out there.
Future hope would be just more trails. More trails and more people to help.
That's what it's all about, right? You gotta I feel like that's the best part about it, is Kitimat is beautiful and it's got lots to offer if you're willing to explore.
That one. Okay, wait. Oh, no. We gotta go again. Yeah.